As Nancy Pelosi prepares to move from majority leader to minority leader, she's still looking to exert her power. Her new mission may be to move Obama further to the left and away from compromise with Republicans. Richard Socarides is a Democratic strategist and former Clinton advisor, and GOP strategist and NBC political analyst Joe Watkins also joins us. Joe, let's start with you. President Obama signaling compromise. We were just talking about with Mike Ficarra just a moment ago with Republicans at the moment. Can he get that done?
I think that it's possible. Certainly, if he takes a page out of President Clinton's book, he'll work with Republicans to do what's best for America. After all, that's what presidents are elected to do, not to hold to an agenda or to be held hostage by one plank of their party. They want to do what's best for Americans. And Americans sent a loud message to Congress this past November. They said we want less taxes, we want less government spending, and we want more jobs.
Hey, Richard, this one for you. I want to read one quote to you. First of all, President Obama, which we were just talking about, but I want to move to Representative Lynn Woolsey, who said this, quote, Pelosi will lead Democrats in pulling on the president's shirt tails to make sure that he doesn't move from center right to far right. We think if he'd done less compromising in the last 2 years, there's a good chance we'd have had a jobs bill that would have created real jobs, and then we wouldn't even be worrying about having lost elections. Is that what Pelosi's role needs to be now?
Well, I think these roles are emerging. I mean, I think certainly the progressives in the Democratic Party believe that the president was unable to articulate in a powerful and meaningful way that convinced voters what it is the amazing things that the Democrats in Congress had actually really accomplished in the last 2 years. But I don't think it's going to be about left and right so much in the next 2 years as I think it is going to be about coming up with effective solutions for the American people. I mean, people who can't see a doctor because they don't have health care don't care if it's a Democratic solution or a Republican solution, a progressive solution or a conservative solution. They just want to be able to see a doctor. And I think that Pelosi has a very important role to play right now in serving as a counterweight to people who on the Republican side, you know, are going to be pushing the president to the right. And the president really needs to find his balance, and Pelosi is going to be an important part of that.
Joe, let's talk about that mix of good cop, bad cop. Will that counterweight, as we were just talking about with Richard, will that work?
Well, I think the president, again, will not seek to just find balance, but he'll seek to do what's best for everybody in America. And right now, you just heard him say in his Thanksgiving Day message that too many Americans are out of work. People want to go back to work, and what they do want is they want less taxes, they want less government, they want less government spending, and that's why they sent so many Republicans to Congress. Republicans now have a majority in the House. The idea is to do what's best for Americans, to put them back to work, to get this economy back on track, and I think the president will be looking to do that, to work with the Republicans to get that done.
Of course, every solution is not about doing something less. I mean, people are focused now on less spending and less government action, but sometimes the most effective thing the government can do is obviously do more and spend smarter. So we're going to try to come up with solutions that work, that aren't left and aren't right, but they might not always involve just doing less. They might involve doing something smarter.
Richard Socarides, Joe Watkins, thank you very much. Appreciate you stopping by on this day.
Thanks so much.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You too.